And welcome back to the show. Time now to look at another tipping panel. Looking forward to the Winton Harness Racing Club meeting this Tuesday, all with the help of an illustrious panel, starting with the immediate past president of that club, Murray Swain. Good evening to you, Murray.
Good evening, Tom.
Good field, good selection races, plenty of good horses going around still.
Yep, they stacked up pretty good, yep.
And helping him out if needed is Andrew Armour, the trainer-driver, sometimes known as Archie, but we don't know why. Why is that, Archie? Tell us.
It stems back from when I was in Christchurch, lived up there and working for Graham Court, so it's just followed me down by the looks of it.
And that's what you'll be known as on this panel from here on in. All right, before we have a look at the fields, of which there are 11 races on the card, we'll have a quick look at performances of recent tipping panels, looking at Invercargill's Tuesday meeting, a couple of places there for Special Delight Miss Pembroke. A modest trifecta of $22.90, but Siberian Rose and Royal Cynic pay $3.20 for the Quinella. Flip over the page and we'll see that there's some winners there. $13 Takmar, that's a good return, and Deadly Mark the best of the placings, but 10 others on which you had a return. All right, have a look at the Sunday meeting at Invercargill, and Whaireginga, everyone picked that, a good win there, tough run race. Trifecta, $122, much better performance this time. And I think, Murray, you might have been involved in that. Quinella, $2.70 for Awesome Teddy and Pemberton Shard. Over the page, we'll see that there were a number of winners. iSmart, the best of them, at $9.50. Awesome Teddy paying $4.30. I thought that was a good return. And the placings there, Dio Boss, $5.20 and 15 in fact, in total paid something back for your dollar. All right, let's go straight to the race one though, because as I said, a lot on the card. 12:10 is the first race. It's the Alabar 2-year-old fillies mobile pace, and I think the former president should take us through the field first. It's a small but quality field.
It is a small field. We've tried to look after wee 2-year-olds, so everybody pays the same training fee, so they're getting to go. So, in the first time, I think Rakarata went good at the trials the other day, number 1. I like the Land Patrol, it whacks away, it went all right at the race, first restart, got third, and against the boys, number 2 for second, and Dosey Doe, one of my brothers, I thought got home all right at the trials the other day for third.
Archie?
Yeah, I just went for race experience, number 2, Land Patrol, and it got beat by a couple of nice colts the other day, and they went a bit of time, so I thought they might be good enough to win it from number 1, Rakarata. Yeah, like Murray said, very good performance at the trials, and I put number 6, Art and Caviar, and it went to the trials too, and looks like one that's got a bit of scope about it.
Oh, I like your 3, I like them a lot. In fact, I've got Art and Caviar on breeding alone to win this race, just ahead of Rakarata and Land Patrol, based on that trial performance and form on the board. So 6, 2 and 1. And Murray's throwing in 3 as well if you want to go that far. All right, go to race 2, the Southland Master Plumbers race day, 15th of March, mobile pace. And Archie, you're got a ring around your name here, Franco Santiago. Not a great draw for the young gelding.
Yeah, not very ideal first up, but going to make it pretty tough. He has a horse that does go right. I think he's next season horse for all that though, so whatever he does, he'll sort of gain benefit from. So I sort of left him out from the draw. But I put number 1 in, Ballycastle. Been going honest enough races, gets a good draw, so I thought there'd be enough. From number 2, Sansara, Canterbury Raider, went good first up and galloped at Waikawai, and number 6, King Louis, a horse that I think's got a bit of potential, but we'll just see.
And Murray?
Yeah, I like King Louis, number 6, to win it. I used to have its mother, so she's left 4 or 5 winners, so it's quite a nice family. And it's been going good at the trial, so I think it's a first starter, but I think it wouldn't be far away. From number 4, No More Questions, went good at the workouts yesterday at Winton. I like it for second, and number 1, Ballycastle, for third.
We all like Ballycastle, so that's the one to put the circle around, but we're going elsewhere. For me, I'm going for Laughing Cavalier to sneak by, first up start there to win this, ahead of Ballycastle with Chapel Lane, so I think there's about 2 horses we've left out. It's that tough. There are some tough races on Tuesday. No easy, it was race 3 on the card, the Winton Harness Racing on the 6th of April mobile trot, and Murray, I think you're back, it's your turn again.
A bit of a tricky race, but successful way. Will like the mobile. Did win at Addington, I think, in a mobile as a 2-year-old. Number 7, I've got it to win from Kiwi Kick of Earls. Number 5 to run second, and number 6, Sinbin, to run third.
You're starting to come right. I like both of your first 2. I like Kiwi Kicks to win this though. Ran on well in the last couple of starts. I think we'll go on and win this from Successful Way. But I've got another crusher doing well enough to get a little piece of the money for the trifecta. But Archie might have to think differently.
Yeah, I put number 7, Successful Way, on top. Like I said, it has 1 race as a 2-year-old, so he gets in quite well. From number 6, Sinbin, Did make a mess of the first mobile it had at Omacare, so you'd probably have to take it on trust. And I put number 4 Sea Spray Cracker, brings solid Canterbury placings sort of down with it, so it's obviously down here looking for a mobile.
Good credentials, right. Race 4, Southland Farm Machinery Race Day, the 25th of May, it's mobile pace, and Murray, you got Defy, you've also got the 9 ball, so is it in the 3? No favours for you?
No, I don't know what went wrong there. I've only had him 5 or 6 days now, so can't tell you too much about him, so we've just leased him and see how he goes. He was favoured to get run over at Wackawhite last start, but he looks like a wee sitting sprint horse, so we'll hope. We'll know a bit more after this race. I've left him out. I've gone for McArdle's Legion number 5 to win it. He's been going good, and young fellow that works here tells me he's trained on well. So I've got him from number 8, Jackie Embers, to run second, and number 1, Adlasa Comet to run third.
Number 11 for me, Rapid Mac, 2 seconds, points to another good performance from number 8, Jackie Embers, was solid first up. And number 3, Real Impulse. If it doesn't win tomorrow, it'll be one to follow.
Yes, just be careful, of course, of horses starting in Wyndham, that the form will change between then and the Winton meeting on Tuesday.
And Tom, can I say, Rapid Mac is drawn 1 in a harness place race at Timaru on Sunday, so it may not start. So
I hope it does, because I picked it. Rapid Mac to win if it does start. But as you say, check the bookings, check the form and the scratchings prior to the race. But if it does start, I've got Rapid Mac to win. Only caught late in the last couple of wins, so I think 11 will win from Adlusa Comment, and I've also got McArdle's Ledger, mentioned earlier, drawn to feature in this finish. All right, race 5, 2 o'clock, the Marshall Industries Limited Mobile Pace. Lost track where I am, but we'll go to Archie for his selections.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah, she's a pretty difficult field there, but I put number 13, Dennis. It's been up a while, but it has run pretty few good performances in there, mixed with some pretty average ones. So I put 13 in for Thirst. Number 7, Rory. He has a horse with a bit of ability. Might have just used him up a bit too much early the other day from bad draw, so gets a better draw, comes into 4, I think, for second. And number 1, Machine Gun Kelly, likewise, it gets a better draw for this, so put in for third.
Phew, I'm glad you got around to one of mine. I'm going to Machine Gun Kelly to actually win this race. It's been close enough, and I think we'll take the step up from Don't Worry, in fact. A draw tough here, though, much tougher than before. And Memorable prefers this distance, so forget about recent failures. So for me, it's 1 to beat 15 and 4. But Murray?
Well, like 2 of yours, Tom. I've got Don't Worry, number 15 on top. I thought it won quite well the other day, even though it's a cheap day, it did win well at Invercargill. And I've gone for Ranoko to run second. It's been going better than what the form looks. Number 12, and number 1, Machine Gun Kelly to run third.
All right, race 6, 225, the Fairburn Plumbing Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace Day in the chair. Murray, tell us what you like in this mile race.
Well, this is a tricky race, Tom, but if the one horse doesn't win at Wyndham on Saturday, I think it'll win this race. But if it wins there, it probably can't start. So that's my top tick, number 1. Number 6, Popular of Wayne Adams, has gone good at the trials. So it's my second pick, number 6 for second. And McCovey Cove, number 8 for third. And if I'm allowed a 4th one, Tuapeka Toff, number 11.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned Tuapeka Toff, because I got that. You got around to it eventually, but I've got 8 and 11, both in McCovey Cove and Tuapeka Toff. 1 and 3rd split by Candidel. Number 5, it goes well at this distance.
Yeah, like I said, Milwa Pink Lady, number 1. If it doesn't win tomorrow, it could well be winning tomorrow for all that. Obviously brought out of the Mark Fuller stable for Terry Shamil, so I put it in for top for Thirst from number 8, McCovey Cove, and number 5, Canderell went good at Wackawhite.
Right, moving on to race 7, 255, the Central Southland Lodge Mobile Pace. Archie, what do you like in this 2400 metre race?
I like Deadly Mark. It's honest. It's getting better. But it's got a bad draw. Number 8 for Thirst. Pay Me Quick or Tisbury Hard Life. Bit of a toss up between them, but it is the best draw for Pay Me Quicks in her whole career, and she might be able to make use of it. She sort of had no luck, so toss up between 1 and 8 for second and third. Yeah,
well, you're looking that trifecta for me too, because I've got all those 3 horses. I've got 8 to win to beat 7. But then Pay Me Quick for third, so 8, 7, 1, same numbers, different order, cost you the same to box them. Murray, you going to add one or take one away?
I'm going to add one. I've gone Deadly Mark, number 8 to win it, from number 11, Nothing for the Media, to run second, and number 7, Tisbury Hardlife, to run third.
All right, race 8, Winton's Top Pub Mobile Pace. I put the circle round Theo Boss to win this, Murray, but you're telling me it may or may not start. It's quite complicated, this one. Tell us the story.
He's in a boys' race at Wyndham, and it just depends how he goes there. If he wins that, he's likely to start in a C1 race. But if he doesn't win there, he's got another chance of getting a penalty-free race here for a junior driver.
So he might be in race 8, he might be in race 11, or he might not be starting.
Well, he'll be starting, but just what race, I'm not sure.
Okay.
So,
if he starts in 8, does he win it?
if he starts in 8, I think he's got a pretty good chance. So I'm picking him on top, number 1, from number 2, She's Better Babe, and number 4, Zach Bromack.
As I mentioned, I've got Theo Boss and I've got it to beat Zach Bromack as well, but I've got Rockatara to make up the trifecta. Archie?
I've actually got number 2, She's Better Babe, on top. She's been going good against the good fillies and mares, and she's got a heap of gate speed. I can see her bowling along in front, being tough to roll. From number 1, Theo Boss, like Murray said, it's another one on a class lead up, so it'll be tough to beat if it doesn't win tomorrow. And number 10, LaSalle, because it probably just get the free deep defence trip, I'd imagine, and run third.
All right, moving to race 9 at 3:49, the Winton New World Special Handicap Trot. Archie, what do you like in race 9 on the card?
Hard to go past 17 Nicholson, even off 30 metres. He is such a good beginner, so he could be sort of in or near the lead after sort of the first half. From number 14, Josie Jacker, a trotter that is getting better and better and a bit more foolproof each start. And number 6, Starlight Invasion, number 1 with a class lead up, good beginner off the front, yeah, could be a good place bet.
Murray?
Yeah, like Archie, I'll go Joycey Jacker to win it, number 14, from Nicholson, number 17, and Danny Cool, who I thought was eyeballed the Fiery Ginger the other day and sort of blew out a little bit. It was in the race a fair way, number 11 to run third.
Right, well, we're all going to go for Nicholson as the ace card here, probably short favourite, I would suggest, and trying to make that trifecta pay. I've gone for a couple of different ones. I've gone for 10 Mary Lane and Phil's Folly, broke at the last start, a bit of better horse than that, and then I'll give it a second chance, and certainly be a spiced up trifecta with that, because Nicholson, I think, is going to be very short on the toe. All right, race 10, 4:23, the John Keenan Memorial Fillies and Mares Mobile Pace, and Murray, I think we're starting with you on this one.
Yeah, good handy field, Tom, actually. I'm going to go for iSmart, which is starting to hit some nice patch of form at the moment, number 3 to win it. From Beautiful Brown Eyes, number 6 to run second. It's not far away, it looks like a nice mare. And Missy Mac, number 2, which had a bit of a hard trip last start, but they went 255 at Winton against a couple of good horses there, and so I'm going to give it another chance, number 2 to run third.
Yeah, number 3 for me, iSmart. It makes pretty in that field well within its capability, I suspect. For number 2, Missy Mac, this is a bit of a lead up from what it was racing, and I put number 1, Double Impact from the draw, should race in or near the lead, so some sort of a place hope.
All right, a good cross section myself. I've left our iSmart out, actually. I think it needs rest. That's my theory, and I've got Double Impact to actually win this for Murray Brown. From Missy Mac, and I think Beautiful Brown Eyes here, good enough. Had a bad draw the other day and still did okay, and I think will certainly feature come riding out the checks. All right, race 11, the last of the card, 4:56 p.m. The Royal Bush Transport Limited Mobile Pace. Archie, take us through it.
Number 8, Starsky Dream for me. Was a very good run and a very good field the other day at Invercargill, so that's good enough for me. From number 5, Aiden's Rocket, a front runner, probably drawn to maybe have it that way. And number 1, Cyclone Kiwi, a pretty impressive winner on the grass, but couldn't leave it out.
Hey, Murray.
Yeah, I'm a bit like Archie. I've gone Cyclone Kiwi to win it, number 1. I did have Starsky's Dream down, so I was tossing up between those two, but he's got the draw, Cyclone Kiwi, and it doesn't matter if he wins at Wyndham, he'll still be here because he gets a penalty-free one. Number 1 to win it. From number 8, Starsky's Dream to run second, and Adrian's Rocket to run third, number 5.
Yeah, I'm pretty close there. Cyclone Kiwi for me too. I like this horse, and I think it'll just win again. Aiden's Rocket to finish third, split by It's Ollie's Excuse. All right, looking at our roughie of the day. Let's start with that, gentlemen. What do you got for us?
Tom, I think Cyclone Kiwi in the last. It's actually hard to nail one. I think it's got a huge chance, and another one I liked was I Find It. In the first race, I liked Dosey Doe of Robbins. I think it could pay all right in the first race to set you off to a good start.
Is that your best bet as well?
No, it's just a...
Oh, what's your best bet?
the best bet's, as I said, Southland King.
Oh, that's Cycling King and the Roughies, the other one.
Yeah,
Yep, we're getting in the right order. What are
So-
your two for the punters?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to nail for me, but like I said, I'm really been taken by She's Better Babe the last few starts, and she's got away a bit on us last week, so she'll be pretty tight for this race, being a penalty-free win. So she's my best bet, and race 5, number 5, Gino De Campo is my long shot.
Well, my long shots, race 7, number 4. It's a tough betting race, got man-to-man. The best efforts are at this course, at this distance, but won't be paying, will be quite long in the odds. And the best bet for me, race 5, number 1, Machine Gun Kelly. That was a very difficult race for us all to pick, and I think they'll all be paying good divvies, and that'll be as good as you'll get for the day if it gets it. Thank you, gentlemen. All the best with the meeting. All the best with your training and driving efforts at that meeting.
Thank you very much.
That's the Southland Harness Racing Show. Till next time, good night.